Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
And welcome to Harley Designs and Scale Builders Guild. Live takeover.
How is everybody? Episode 64.
The Mario Kart edition. Nintendo.
Episode 64.
GoldenEye. Best GoldenEye, best
Yes.
Nintendo 64 game of all time.
Yes. Best game of all time. Nothing better.
You know what? Hard to beat.
Hard to beat it.
Mario Kart, close second. Both good times.
Heck of a good time. Let us know where you were watching from.
And the last Nintendo 64 game you played.
It was GoldenEye.
You actually played. I
played it at a retro arcade bar on New Year's Eve 2019.
Wow.
Or no, Boxing Day. It was around Christmas time. It was a Christmas get-together. It's not a Go-Gurt. It's a Freezy.
Exactly what I said, though. I said, Matt, are you eating a Go-Gurt? I said, no. It's an organic Freezy.
Of course it's organic. Josh has joined the Blue Man Group.
Only on Matt's channel.
His last name is Josh Funke.
I will start drumming upon request.
Only on like plastic junk though. Like, do you have any like?
I'm gonna use only RC car bodies.
I'll use this thing of pens. Man, I wish I was in a group. These guys are rich.
No. Do you know? Are they the same guys though? I feel like that's likely one of those ones. They're just like, we can paint anybody blue. Like, you're replaceable, man.
Can you hit this stick on that?
Yeah. You're out of here. Are all the lakes empty in NorCal? Yup. Pretty much. We have almost no water already.
Wow.
Good news. It's going to be an interesting summer here in California. California problems, man.
How are you going to grow my pistachios?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy C said, Matt's, yeah. I believe that is exactly what Matt's was eating. A fermented pineapple and sea salt squishy.
Figured me out. Charlie wants his Oompa Loompas back. He's kind of normal now. He's normal adjacent.
No, that's close enough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him either.
I don't either.
Maybe if I do a hue shift, now your shirt is yellow.
So not likely to find a nice camp spot by a lake for Axial Fest.
Well,
that may be difficult.
It might just be. It'll be a lot more dirt.
Yeah,
than you were anticipating.
By a lake seems like a relative term. Like there's a lake. It's over there. I'm one of the closest people parked to it. There's just a lot of beach in between me and there.
Well, you don't go to Axial Fest for the lake or lake view.
I mean, the lake view from Donner Summit is pretty incredible.
Oh, man. I've seen some good looking lakes up there.
There's some good looking lakes up there. So yeah, it's worth the trip, but yeah, I guess there's going to be a lot more beachfront than there is waterfront.
God, you've gotten bluer. I don't know what's going on with you.
This is your setup. Mine's beautiful over here.
I'm turning off the color correction because there's no helping you. You just
deal with it.
Now you're just like almost monochromatic. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody watches this show
for
our faces.
Exactly. The visuals.
In fact, more of the truck, less of your ugly face.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Digital mic. Matt got the package. Thank you. All I can say is it's huge. Innuendo intended. LOL.
Oh God.
You're welcome, Mike. I'm glad it arrived safe and sound.
The speaking of those type of things, the number of boxes that I have brought in and taken out of here over the last few days has been substantial. I've been trying to organize slightly better in here, get rid of some things that have been taking up space, and so it's been good.
Samesies. I went through the whole room, and there is not a single. There's only one truck on the floor. Here,
Ooh,
just do a quick.
I did get several. I did get several vehicles off the floor in here, put them on some shelving, not in this room, which was great. It was a good start, but I still do have several cars on the floor.
Adam Tebben goes, has Matt worn a t-shirt 4 shows in a row? And is that a record?
Next thing, there's going to be
I got shorts on today, too.
Me too, but that's because it was 96 degrees. So
sounds warm.
Scott O'Bland. I think the Skin News update was a day late because Josh spent all the model changing, all the price tags on Vanquish merch. Yes. Yes, exactly.
He got his pricing gun out and he was like, chunk.
You should have been in the room when I told the packaging girls what was about to happen to them.
So
they were not pleased because they were just like, oh, we're gonna have to redo all this stuff that's in front of us. And I was like, and then everything in the inventory, like, oh no. So yeah,
well, that's okay.
You're buying coffee every day for a week.
There probably wasn't that much stuff in the inventory if I know anything about Vanquish anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing's in stock, so you don't have to change any prices. I'm just messing with you.
Thousands of square feet of inventory.
Every time I'm there, they're making something.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like things never stop at any point of the day.
It's actually exactly like that.
Right.
I was just tripping everybody out. I was playing with the hue slider, and you were going like purple, green, red, blue, pink, yellow. The walls are melting again.
The snozberries taste like snozberries. Is it you telling us about the new color of the Jeep, or was it Moose Jaw?
Moose Jaw alerted us to it.
Ah, yes. That it was called.
He's on that site daily.
Right. Like, which to no avail, since I think it's quite difficult to find one of them currently.
Is it?
Well, around here at least.
Oh, is it because of computer chips?
Yeah, well, yeah, you just can't. There's no cars for sale out here. Dealership lots are quite sparse.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything is
switch
wild.
Switch to Matt's stream because Blue Josh.
Jeremy, thank you, sir. Did you talk to Matt about the dual rider drag sandrail idea? I did not.
Oh.
But I do think
we've got some ideas for Mayhem already.
We do. We have some good ones there. I think that
we're this Lightroom Live. It's Lightroom Live.
Live square. Live.
Stroke the furry wall.
Great movie.
Yeah. I'm now hosted, not just it's myself, Matt from Scale Builders Guild, and Jeffrey. I'm Jeffrey. Nothing wrong with it, Jeffrey. What's going on here? Travis Gilmore, thank you for moderating. Thanks to the mod squad. Since you'll get a timeout on that other stream, I'll ask here. Was the price increase already factored into the Riptor 2?
I know that I've got some mods on both channels, so I would like to surrogate mod. authority over to the other channel.
That's my authority.
Authority. Let's respect my authority.
Authority.
So,
Cody
Scott,
Oscar David, thanks for the $4.99. I'm trying to do a short wheelbase build, and I've seen some online chat about using front links on the rear of an Enduro to get 11.4. Thoughts on short wheelbase links?
Well,
you can always cut your own links.
Well, yeah, you could, or you might be able to find some, but at the same time, you're going to run into panhard link geometry issues, possibly. So
no, don't mess with the front. He's talking about taking the front. No, he said taking the links from the front, like that length, and putting them on the back.
My sincerest of apologies.
God, Josh, come on, man. Get it together, dude. Wow. Brutal. Thumbs down.
Scott O'Blander, thank you. Says, I snagged a VS410 chassis kit before A-Main got their price changed. Good on you.
Aha! Suck on that, A-Main.
Yeah. As we keep...
Sorry.
Were you about to karate kid it?
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
Why do I have chopsticks down here? Anyway. Richard Trigilio, gentlemen. Josh.
I'll allow it.
You're not a gentleman.
Brian Sherwood, thank you very much. I'll trade you some water for your lake for a ripper. I am going to put a large tank in my backyard. And
just start filling it up with gasoline too.
Yeah, right?
Josh is looking a little pale. Yeah, we have confirmed that Josh is not
looking correct on Matt's
camera is not correct today, but that's okay.
It's weird because it's almost like it's the exact same camera we've been using for 64 weeks.
Yep. Maybe it's, you know what? It's reached its end of life.
It could have.
It only has 64 weeks in it.
Yeah. And then it's
63. Like, nope. And it goes, no. Very important question from Richard Trigilio. Hey, Matt, have you ever been to jail? No, Richard. Funny you asked me that, though. It seems his neighbor might be or might be going to.
You know what? I don't think that anybody asks that question without either being about to go or just coming out.
Maybe just got back from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of the two.
Whew.
So,
man, have you ever been to prison? Because I have.
Yeah, let me tell you. Not all it's cracked up to be on the TV.
It's a lot less nice, as it turns out.
Matt, have you ever been arrested?
No, but I've been suspected.
Detained?
I've been a suspect in a crime.
Oh, interesting.
Luckily, I didn't do it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Never catch me.
Never catch me neither. Yeah, I've only been suspected of kidnapping the president's son. The worst part is the worst part about prison is the Dementors.
Oh, we watch too much TV. I was pulled over when I was around 16. I crested the hill while speeding.
Oh dear.
As I crested the hill, there was a police car sideways blocking the road, and the fine officer was out of his vehicle with his hand on his hip and trying to get me. So it was myself and my brother and a friend of ours, Zach Wendland, in the back seat. My 97 Jeep Wrangler, top off, and we had been driving from our house to a vacation house. And went, oh, pull over. And we were on the side of the road for maybe like 5 minutes, and then a crime scene investigation van pulls in front of us. And then my mom drives by. Just looking. And we didn't really have cell phone. I think I had a cell phone at the time, but it was like one of those, like at that age, I had a cell phone, but it was off and in the glove box.
Yeah, because you don't need them on back then.
I got pulled over for suspected hit and run of a pedestrian.
Oh dear.
But as I had mentioned to the officer, I've just been driving through town, and then as the crime scene investigator looked over my Jeep, he saw no witness marks of it.
Yeah. There's no blood on this one.
Yeah, windshield
Not the blood
windshield
we're
is
looking
not caved in, which was reported. So, yeah.
No, I have been. One time I was detained for fitting the description of somebody in my area who had been doing nefarious things to the ladies.
Oh, got a real tight collar.
I was like,
real tight collar. Just
buttoned all the way up. Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, that's terrible." But yeah, obviously that wasn't me. I didn't do it. Yeah. There was another time I was in the back of somebody's car who he didn't have his license when he was driving, and I didn't know that.
He didn't have it on him, or he wasn't allowed to have one at the time?
Did not have one at all.
Okay.
We were driving around, and we were turning left, and there were some police in their car waiting to turn right, I presume. And they saw us turn, and this guy just decided to gun it. He was like, I was like, why didn't you just continue on in a normal fashion? Anyway, the cops caught up to us. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Kids, right? Am I right? Kids.
Yeah. We all did things when we were, I think, at some point when you were a kid, most likely you did something, try and evade for some reason or another. Some of us were successful, some of us were not.
Yep, I wasn't driving. I was just a passenger in the back.
Oh man, did you get a bunch of RC stuff this week?
You know what, dude? I didn't get anything.
So yeah,
I don't think John Grant checked in last night when I was doing my live weathering video.
Yeah.
And he checked in right at the end. He goes, "Did you get my present?" And yes, John, I did. If you're watching tonight, I showed it off last week. The
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Yeah. Thank you very much for that, by the way.
So yes.
But yeah, I didn't get anything. I have nothing. I don't think anything came in this.
It was a short week for us here. So
short week here too.
Mail only.
No, wait.
We only had the one day so far, but
I mean, I got the drag car. I got the drag slash.
You did. You got that video out. That was nice. Rubbing in the green color. I get it. It's fine.
I rubbed it out though. I mean,
yeah.
I rubbed out all the scuffs.
Mine needs some attention because, well, I don't think those are rubbing out on mine.
Oh, was it bad? I don't remember seeing it.
My scuffs?
Yeah.
Well, I was going at such a high rate of speed,
so
much faster than you, so that when it flipped, it scratched much deeper.
Nothing like running it on 3S when you'll never be able to do that.
Now, you know damn well most people who buy those cars are not going to a competition. And what are you going to get the car? I'm surprised you didn't just put a 1-cylinder. I said, I just want to go slow. I just want it to be.
I'll have you know,
I don't want to go as fast as possible.
Well, it's okay, but here's the thing. I showed you my best time of just the goof offs that I was doing, and you showed me your time,
which was faster.
No.
Yes.
No, we had the exact same elapsed time.
False. False.
I'm just going to bring it up here because I want to.
Don't think I'm not doing the exact same thing.
3.1.
3.0.
Son of a bitch. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Like I said, faster.
But look at my graph. It's so much smoother. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Inch or a mile, Matt. Inch or a mile.
You were faster, but you were on 3S.
Faster.
I was on 2S.
Like I said.
I think this is more
faster.
Consistency.
Consistently losing.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm doing it for fun. No, A-Main, I didn't forget something. I'll be ordering that later. Don't you hate those emails? Did you forget to I saw you put some stuff in your cart. I don't want you to lose out on this. There's other people who want exactly this thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you never know. Yeah, that's. You know what? No, I don't hate
say
them.
Though. What?
I actually get the ADD. Did you know that? So sometimes I will have put that stuff in my cart, and then I will actually, just butterfly away, and then I'll get that email. Shit, I was going to order that.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes it's at work.
If I'm not logged in, because sometimes I'm not logged in, and I put a bunch of junk in the cart, and then I'll close the browser window, and I'll forget all about it, and then I'll go back and go, oh, what did I gotta buy other stuff to fill the void for that stuff that I forgot.
What do you think of Cody Wagner's rig? I don't know that I saw it, unless you're talking about the copper red dot, but I don't know. Yeah.
Toby Thurgood. I picked the music for my running videos based on a few things. I'm subscribed to 2 different music sites. Music Bed is the latest one that I'm on. There's some good stuff on there. What's the other one?
Epidemic Sound.
Epidemic Sound.
That's the one that you and I have used up to this point, and it's a very popular website.
It is.
It costs what do we pay, $15 or $20 a month?
Yeah, $15, and I think Music Bed's a little more expensive. I think it's like $25 a month.
Right.
But it gives you access to all of their tracks, and there's some really great tracks on there that you can license, and they just in perpetuity can appear on your video once you've licensed it once. So you don't always have to subscribe. Oh, yeah, really? You can cancel your subscription, and it'll just it'll let it go.
Well, which is the same for Epidemic Sound.
Yep.
As long you just can't put out a new video after your subscription using any of that, which is great for both of them. But like we said, Epidemic Sound, one of those, it's very popular, and then you end up finding some of the stings that you may like, or the background music ends up popping up on, I noticed it's used on Donut Media and a number of other ones. Just damn it.
You're like, damn it. I thought I had that one. But how I choose it for background stuff, for just review videos and stuff, it's just sort of like a bed of music in there. It's not really anything, discernible, really. But when I'm doing a running video or something, that requires a lot more looking. And I kind of have something in my head in terms of the BPMs and the instruments I want to use, and if it's got vocals or not. They kind of have to fit what I'm cutting. So it's actually a big part of the process, and a good song can make or break a video.
It is the worst part about it.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's the hardest. I think it's for editorial, for being objective, so other people will enjoy it as much as you did when you cut it. Finding good music is the hardest part.
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass, really.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday to Nicole Thede. She sent me $4.99. That's so nice, Nicole. Thank you so much.
It is my wife's birthday.
I said a lot of really nice things to Nicole, but Josh was relaying it. It's not so nice. So, Nicole, happy birthday. It's a milestone. I hope you have a really great one. We will not do this very late tonight. So you can have a nice evening with your husband.
Yes. Matt had called me on Skype 5 minutes before this was actually going to start. And I had the headphones on already. So when he had said happy birthday, I relayed a different message, and then she yada, yada, yada.
So on and so on.
Yes, exactly. So,
Billy Ray, yes, the SSD Trail King kit was in stock and on sale at A-Main. I had to order one, right?
There you go.
That's pretty good value, that one. It's a bit long in the tooth in terms of like the design of it, but it's pretty good value, and it's a great platform on which to build.
Right. Came out at a kind of a bad time and was a little bit out of date when it got released. I think that was the biggest problem it had.
Yep.
That was really just the biggest problem with that kit in general. Like, just timing.
But Tom Petty always said waiting was the hardest part. I guess that's a song. No, I could. Yeah.
I will say that now, I don't know it.
Let's talk about this next comment here, because this is from Brant Bowersocks. Built the Rift kit right along with the video when I got it. Thanks for watching 4.5 hours of me building something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It took a long time. Broke the rear trailing arm 2 minutes into driving it on grass, right where the pillow ball connects into the chassis plate.
Broke it. That's
I've
seen them. I've seen them bend, and maybe I've seen them break. I don't really know. You know, broke on grass type things. It's like I always have a hard time. Like, there's always more to it than just like it's just on grass going like.
Well, you know what though? Have you seen John Holmes's video on the Rift?
I've seen parts of it, yes.
Because he broke his on the grass too.
Yeah, but again, I think he was
trying to break it.
Right. There was a number of things going like to break it. Yes. So
I will say that I took mine out yesterday. I've taken it out a couple of times now. But yesterday was the filming of the running video. And I beat the hell out of that thing. And it took all the abuse that I threw at it. And I honestly, I think I almost like it more than the Bomber.
It is more fun than the Bomber
it is definitely more fun than the Bomber
in certain applications. I would not want
going
to take,
up a hill.
Yes, right.
Going off a jump. That thing is very well balanced in the air.
And it's got a lot of wheel speed, so it's very controllable in the air. Mm-hmm. The open diffs allow you to kind of get some more controllable speed, things like that. I think a lot of those make it much
turns pretty well. Not as much traction roll as the Bomber has.
Yeah, I think that like a stock Bomber is a pretty poor example because it's got a really high center of gravity. Mm-hmm. It sits pretty tall. It's got a high motor, things like that. But still, it's the Bomber. Like, if I'm going to go for a trail ride type situation, or if I for some reason was going to do an ultra 5K type deal, then I would still choose a Bomber every time. I think the Rift would then become much more of a annoyance or frustration inducing, vehicle.
Yeah, I think with the open diffs and stuff, I think that's kind of the biggest issue if you were going to try to do like an ultra with it. And now, if you locked everything up and kept it in low gear, then it might be a thing. Now, it handled them very well.
It absolutely is. Looking at them side by side, the Bomber, not cheap at like $450-ish. And the Rift RTR is it 500 or 600?
Oof. That I don't know.
We have the technology.
We do. I have the kit. So, take everything I'm saying with
$499.
A grain of salt.
Perfect. That's what I thought. $499. So, if you look at it this way, honestly, the Rift is much more reliable than the Bomber for the dollar. You couldn't put $50 worth of upgrades into a Bomber and make it. If you drove the Rift and just kept up with a stock Bomber, you'd be fine.
Yep. Totally.
But when you drive the Rift as the Rift is capable of being powered, that's when you start getting into
You will
the
you will
absolute
break
crazy.
things.
Yeah, because
And
honestly,
you'll break things on 4S. It doesn't.
the fact that
In
it
my
says
experience,
4S on that package is mind blowing to me. That car should have just been labeled as 3S.
yep, it does not need 4S. 3S on that thing is insanity already, and you'll see in the video. I think I'll upload it tomorrow. I think.
It's a good video.
It's a good day for it. Josh has already seen it. I showed it to Hemi Storm as well.
Yes,
and Pardon My Noob has seen it.
Fun watch.
Good music too,
some
right?
Great cinematography. Yes, it's pretty impressive.
Thanks, man. That's really nice.
Gunnerness, and thank you, sir. Tell me how hot the meat was without scaring Matt.
It's hot, isn't it?
Have you tried it yet, Matt? No, you have not.
No,
right?
No, I haven't tried it yet. I'm not going to eat a whole bag of it. That's for darn sure.
You know what? I will not challenge you to that even.
That means it's really hot.
I would definitely like for us both to eat a very equally measured piece at the same time.
Maybe just like a one square.
Something around, I would say, the size of a nickel.
Yikes.
Yeah.
My salivary glands are already like, bleh.
Well, get your tear glands going too. So
no thanks. That sounds horrible. JEC Racing makes aluminum trailing irons for the Rift. Okay, good to know. I have them on my bomber, so maybe I'll get them on my Rift as well.
So, it's the Rift is a pretty good package.
I would argue the kit is a better buy though, because you can power it the way you want. I went with less KV with the intention of running it on 3S, and it's
fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, it really is a great, and I think the obviously the very first RTRs like I had issues with the front axles like I had. And I have also broken a rear axle, but not on one of my vehicles, on somebody else's. I was just driving in the grass, and all of a sudden it
just exploded. Kablamo.
I was at Nationals, actually, Scale Nationals. It's an event that happened this last fall that you didn't attend. Or spring, sorry. Not too long ago.
Okay.
We drive little vehicles that are they're
calculated. You drive these.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Anyway, I was driving Randall's, and he's like, hey, check this out. He's like, he had the center and rear locked, I think.
Yeah.
And he had just been hucking it, just hitting a hard lip on the sidewalk that was probably like 1.5 inches or so tall. But it was one of those lips that was just enough to just launch it. And it landed once. And Rich and I were sitting next to each other. And we both looked at each other and looked at Randall and go, I heard something.
I heard a crunch.
Grabbed it, looked at it. It's like, it's fine. Drove around some more. And he's like, hey, you want to try this? It's locked. You give something. Like, yeah, sure. Drive it. And then all of a sudden, it's like there's 3 tracks in the ground rather than just the 2. Like, oh. Camber gang.
Couple of things here. The Goat 78. Can you do that squirt thing that happens at the most inappropriate times from the meat? Like he's talking about the salivary gland, where
the gleek,
and it goes.
Was it? We always called it gleek.
Gleek. Yeah, that's right? it. Yeah.
Is that in the dictionary? Is that the proper term for that?
I don't know, but I can do that. Not on command, but it's happened.
Then, well, I mean, sure. Unless you can do it on command. I don't know. Can you just say I can? I don't know. That's a weird one.
I don't know. Oni wants to know if the Rift cage is light enough gray to dye light colors.
Oh, you know what? We can prove it.
Yes. Here I come. I'm coming back with it. You can go pretty blue.
You can even
want.
dye it several shades of a light color all at once.
Depending on the size of your pot, you can go from light blue to a lighter blue to a darker blue. But yeah, it's no worse for wear. I hucked on this thing pretty good.
Yes.
And man, it's such a blast. Don't worry about the hinges on that door. It's intentionally loud. So I know if anybody's coming in here.
Right. No, I mean, because there's a window on the door and everything, that wouldn't indicate anything.
Well, you can see the window?
No, I'm just aware of it.
Yes.
I have seen the window.
Right. Anyway, lots of fun. I had a kick-ass time with that thing.
Yes. I am.
Yes.
I was thoroughly entertained by your video. So I'm sure everybody else will be as well.
Matt's riff looked like Josh's face.
I was like, wait, what does that mean?
So
Oh, yes,
blue.
I'm blue on his channel.
You're so blue.
Matt's
door matches his chair. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. You got some stuff. Okay.
Oh, no. I hardly got anything. But I did go to Harbor Freight, and I needed some things. I realized that my corner scales that you have as well.
Yeah.
Not going to be... They don't have enough capacity to handle the TRX4 project.
You mean the TRX 4000?
TRX 4000.
Oh man, Oni! I think if you want to dye that yellow, you could totally dye it yellow.
Ooh, that might
just
be
use the dye more if you can find dye more.
That would be kind of a cool color.
That would be a good color. Yellow would be really
Whatever
nice.
you do, don't spray paint it.
Do not spray paint it. I spray painted an EXO yellow because I wanted it to be
cage work like that on plastic cages is the worst. Every time someone does that, I'm like, that's going to look absolutely trash in
it's going to look
35
shitty in
seconds.
about one run.
Yeah.
And it did.
Just,
and then I hit a tree with my EXO.
Oh, I burned mine to the ground.
I had a mint one and then I sold it. Like never run. And then I sold it. Gunnar Nissen, thanks for the $2.99. Don't let Josh scare you. It really is that hot. Why would you make that product, Gunnar? Why?
There is a very large sticker. There's a sticker on the front side of the bag with an arrow.
Yeah, don't touch your genitals.
And then, on the back side, it says.
That to me says it's too hot.
Like.
Oh, it gives me chills even thinking about it.
Oh man. Yeah.
Gonna be good.
Buster.
Why does Josh look like sadness from inside out? You should unplug it and plug it back in.
Eric Baker, thank you. Oh, Chongy as well. Chongy RC, happy birthday, Nicole. Josh, did you give the drag slash for her birthday, or was that an anniversary present?
Merry Christmas, baby.
Her birthday / anniversary present. Yes, I do that. Is on its way. Finally, it was late, probably because I was a little late on it, but it did.
We know it's not a litter robot because you already have one of those.
It was like a month ago that I commissioned it.
Did you get her? You commissioned it. Is it a painting of the kitties?
And me. Oh.
I mean, you know what? I'd pay for that. Fact. I don't even need the actual photo. I'm just getting that done. I'm just getting it done. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to order a new drag body, and that's going on the hood. The George, the Costanza.
I like it. The Burt.
It'll be Josh's face. Brent Bauer Socks, thanks for the $5. Love both channels. Keep the content coming. We'll try. We'll try our best.
Eric Baker, finally. Thank you. Happy birthday to Nicole. Yes. It is
Kitty Boudoir.
It is her birthday period.
It is your birthday.
It is your birthday, period. Perry G, thank you, sir. Are you drinking Nicole's B-Day wine? How dare you? I'm not gonna lie, this is not Perry G, mainly because those bottles have already since been
Consumed.
Yes.
Quack RC, thanks for the $5. Hey man, you should do the van from Onward next. It's a Pixar movie. Great work on the paint class last night. Awesome giveaway as well. Thank you. Oh,
Onward.
yes. I've never heard of Onward. I'll have to check that one out.
I have not either.
I have Disney Plus, so definitely do it. Getting the horrible image of Josh laid out like Costanza out of my head.
Burt Reynolds. Let's go.
You know what? If anybody would confuse you with anybody, it'd be Costanza.
Oh, come on. I can grow,
Not
I can
Burt
grow a
Reynolds.
beard.
Oh, look at the size of that limo. Must be Burt Reynolds or something. Anybody know what movie that was?
I know the line. Why can I not remember? What was it?
I'll leave it to the audience. Josh is the Cheeto King. You know what? I think we've just come up with a new concept for the drag body. I don't even need another one. And I hate painting Lexan, but I'll do it anyway.
I can't believe you took out the Malibu and pirouetted it without actually.
I know, it's still pristine.
Yeah.
Which is hard to believe. Actually, there's one little tiny bit.
Yes.
Of a hit right there, but that's it.
We should do a honor one. So like you've taken that out one time. That's your only time you've taken that vehicle out, right?
Yeah. But I just built it. I just built it too long.
I'm not, and that's why I'm saying that as well.
Look at that. No scratches on there either. Still,
I have mine over there. Exact same condition, however, never ran. What motor do you have?
This is a 4.5.
Okay, same as me. We should just do a one video, one day quickie challenge.
Fastest hits.
Just one day. It's whatever you got.
Look at that cute guy.
Take it out. I won't bring any outside assistance. I won't bring Dan or Bob or anybody like that.
No helpers.
So just be on my lonesome, and we just try and post our fastest times.
That'll be fun.
I think
it's a mini mayhem challenge.
Exactly.
I do like the Malibu body, though. I'm pretty chuffed with this one. It came
out fantastic.
It's a lot of white. It's
still good.
It's almost too much white. Race for pinks. Yeah. No thanks. I don't want any Josh's crap.
I agree. I don't. I'm just saying I don't want to ship anything.
Yeah, I'm tired of shipping things across.
Got to
Happy Gilmore. That's
yes.
correct, man. Thank you.
We will run them in normal, no prep, legal fashion.
2S only.
And the main reason that I didn't run, I probably would have ran my drag slash in 2S. However, the only 2S battery I have is the 2S battery that I have inside of my drag car. And it is a bullet plug style, and it's also like a fixed
soldering.
It's like fixed into the vehicle.
You didn't want to go down to a hobby shop and buy another battery.
The car came that day. I wanted to film and edit and upload that day.
But the Hobby Town or whatever isn't that far from you,
RC
Josh.
Country. They're not that far. I even went there before filming because I picked up the Beetle body from Moose Jaw.
Oh yeah, right on.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Just saying.
The man's ear drag car.
Oh, that's right. Isaac is saying Josh has access to Tekin. Abort. Now, Matt and I are both friends with Ty from Tekin.
Yes.
But
we both can have exactly the same settings too. And
we could. At the same time, neither of us have played with the Tekin 280 update.
I have. That's what I'm running right now. Yeah.
Okay, you have a little bit of an advantage on me then. That's fine.
Dude, like Like
I
any advantage I have is something I desperately need.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
We should definitely do that.
I am a top-rated amateur.
Like next weekend.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I might be working this weekend. Following weekend.
Okay. Make it so.
Just a heads up from Wes, Vigio 22. Matt has taken over the Josh in the poll for who's faster.
Well, it's about
off the tree.
Vigio was Nostradamus in this one because we're going to find out who's faster.
We will find out. We're not doing it with the Traxxas cars. We're doing it with our actual undercover drag.
We should do both.
Let's do both. Okay, let's do both.
There we go. That's perfect.
Great. Good. Super. Robbie Bobster, thanks for the Australian $5 redues. Yeah. I say dollar redues every time because that is a Simpsons gag. Because when Bart phones Australia for that Australia episode, and he's speaking to Tobias, and it's like he reverses the charges. He makes a collect call, and he leaves it off the hook to go like run and check on something, and then Tobias's dad gets the bill, and he goes, $500 redues. Received my Tamiya Ford Escort today. Ooh, nice. Nice surprise. Actually forgot I'd ordered it. Have you ever received something you forgot you'd ordered? Just send it there, would you?
Yes.
Those Cars, Boats, and Bacon, those are the Reefs wheels and that I'm running on the Malibu.
Mine is
Malibu. Are you back?
Yep. Fixed it anyway. But yes, as far as receiving things that I forgot, and part of the other problem is that sometimes I forget that I ordered things and then lose them at the same time.
Yes.
And then end up ordering them again and then find them later.
Oh, totally. I did that with a Castle Mamba X. I was like, I know I bought one, and I know I bought the slate motor to go with it, and it took me 2 months to find it, but I did.
Yeah. I will have the thing, I'm like, oh, I need to order the Castle Mamba X, and then I'll order it, and then one will show up, and I'm like, oh, that was fast. And then the second one will show up. I'm like, oh, crap, I ordered two.
I think the bottom line is here that both Josh and I have a deep-rooted problem.
Yes.
And the only thing that can solve it is buying more RC stuff.
Yeah. We have things to try and continuously create. Since I bought my very heavy duty scale to try and get a baseline for all this scale is good for up to 70 pounds, FYI.
Oh, great. That's good.
Yeah. I did find out that the Traxxas TRX4 Bronco, the 2021 Bronco, 7 pounds, 4 ounces in stock form. No battery.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty. I was unaware that it was that heavy already, though. My VS4, the Flex Seal VS410 is under 7 pounds without a battery. Mm-hmm. With aluminum wheels.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised.
I mean, you're paying, there's a lot of plastic in that body that's adding some weight. But it's nowhere near the Defender. RC Dave charged up.
That is true.
We all know he forgets about giveaways.
I haven't forgot. I trip over it almost every day.
He's just not interested in actually giving it away. I think he wants to keep it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for that to be for that body to return as well.
Coach DRC, hello. Matt sent you a link on Instagram of my 22S
Low C 22
pulls. I will check that out, Coach D. Thank you.
Nice.
He's not using that scale for RCs. ... That's a lot of that.
I think I'd be playing with full-size cars if I was weighing out that kind of traffic.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I did assemble the wheel entire package that will go on this. It
Closer.
is a Method 105
Oh, wow, a method. Oh, that's neat.
with
Who makes those?
a set of IBTR rings because they're a little bigger, probably a little
Uh,
heavier.
uh,
Brass hub, stainless brake weight, and brass ring on the inside.
so that's already 3 pounds.
All well, and obviously there's 4 wheels on a vehicle, but there is also a
You're going to do the
spare.
spare. Yeah, of course.
Obviously, you need a 13-ounce spare. Like,
That's why I always buy sets of wheels or sets of tires in
in threes.
tens.
Tens. Wow. Ballin'. I just continually buy 3 and then I end up with an extra set every once in a while. It's like if you go to, Burger King and every time you take 1 ingredient off of your burger, then you end up with a free office joke.
Office joke. Yes. Beep, boop, beep. I just saw something here. Ryan Davis asked why I was burning out on a carpet rather than on the blacktop. Well, professional RC drag racers will always burn out on a piece of carpet or something similar to that because it gives you a much wider contact patch than you would on pavement. Plus, it's a much more even surface, so you're warming the tire up in a more even way, and you're not actually degrading the quality of the tire.
Carpet does seem to be the preferred method amongst them.
Some people were concerned that I was ruining my Jeep's.
Oh, I
carpets.
Knew that those were definitely not from your JL.
They actually were from the JL, but I don't use them.
Oh, but you replaced. Gotcha.
I replaced them with all weathers a long time ago.
So mine came with all weather, but I actually have to remove the rear all weather.
Why?
Because
Did somebody spill a bottle of wine back there?
No, the subwoofer enclosure that's going underneath of the rear seat is going to interfere with that area. So,
you know what? That interferes with my sense of good taste.
Listen.
Nicole's hair is just.
Yes.
Heats up faster as well. That's right, Kevin. Thank you.
Yep.
Does the carpet match the brakes? Good one, Justin.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, that's why I do that. And it works pretty well. It ruins the carpet, but who cares?
You two should do a budget build using an SCX-102 builder's kit and make a 2-wheel drive drag cars and see if you can get anywhere near a stock drag slash. Oof.
What are we using?
Builder's kits. SCX builder's kit. That would be very tough to do.
Not the hardest thing in the whole world. You could get an original SCX 10-1 axle, put a diff in there, load it up with fluid.
I mean, yeah, you could but then like you're definitely not using anything of the builder's kit at that point other than I guess the frame rails. And I'm just imagining the torque twist coming out of this thing.
Oh man, like, we just turn into a pretzel.
Like Ben just said, kind of did it with the drag bolt. Like, do you remember trying to get up to speed with the drag bolts?
Oh man, you needed so much room and I never had enough.
And that was in 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
With that, I mean, I had a center diff even. And
by the end of it, I think I was just 2-wheel drive rear by the end.
Is that where you ended up? Yeah, the drag bolt was fun, but I mean, I needed a lot of distance to try and get up to 63.
Yeah, I could only muster 55.
Granted, the slash car is hitting, I hit 50. Now, granted, I know like 50 and a 3.0 on 3S is not an impressive number. However, I ran for 20 minutes on a crappy road. Like, it was just...
Yeah, I kept doing hits over and over and over again. And my road wasn't all that great either. I think it was better than yours, but it wasn't that great.
I had 20 minutes before the sun went down. So I was racing the sun more than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the drag bolt, I'm just saying, like, to try and get anywhere near would be, it would be very difficult. I mean, maybe I would have a better chance now than then, but...
Well, yeah, having done what we did and knowing what we know.
I think, yeah, I mean...
That was a fun challenge, though. That really started it all, didn't it?
It did. That was an absolute blast.
The TRX-6, though, I think that'll be hard to beat.
It was,
yeah, because it's just so much fun. What a challenge it was.
Yeah, that was,
and that was a little more even. Like, what'd you get up to in the end?
65.
65, and I hit 60 before I obliterated it. I still think back to that. I can see it in my mind's eye. Just, it was making this really strange noise. Yeah, on 3 wheels.
Oh,
because 3 of those tires were put on backwards.
Mount motor directly to the pinion. See, that is not how you necessarily go faster. Just, yeah.
I did that.
Matt tried that. And that does not, you need gearing for a reason. You can't just, yeah. So,
gearing is important.
Gearing is important to try and get your motor to the correct power range. But yeah, the trying to get enough speed out of a motor, not the issue. Our theoretical top speeds could have been enormous, but
I think I did my theoretical top speed. It was 280 miles an hour.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to win this one. This was easy.
It's in the bag. Let's do this.
Go.
Gunnar Nissen, thanks for the $4.99. People said that the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost Pepper weren't hot enough. Now they can't say I don't have hot enough meat.
Oh. Cool.
I hope he's not sending me any.
Oh, I missed one from Quack RC. Quack RC, thank you. Ron Burgundy Hood. My fiance was wondering if your cat's name has any relation in name to a character on Gilmore Girls.
Oh, that's Sookie.
I don't.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen Gilmore Girls.
Oh, wait. Yeah, neither have I. Rebecca watches a lot of TV.
Isn't Gilmore Girls like something like doesn't it have like aliens or something?
No.
Wasn't there something weird about it?
No, there was nothing weird about it.
It's just like a
nice lady and her daughter.
Is that what it is?
Living in a town.
Okay.
Falling in love.
Wow. Yeah.
All that stuff.
What do you know? No, definitely never saw it.
I've got some good ideas here. No, it's Sookie from no, Vampire Show.
Yeah, Sookie's name came from True Blood, which is a vampire.
Yes, it is.
Vampire
it's a dirty vampire show.
Yeah, that Nicole loves, and
I loved it too. I thought it was a good show.
Josh, you are making Gilmore Girls weird.
What was the other? There was somebody here said, do the opposite. Take a DR10 and make it a crawler. 2-wheel drive crawler.
Yeah, you'd have to make it like a Tamiya where you have like the drive shaft that comes up and then across the top and then back into it. Like, we're gonna need multiple DR10s for this.
We're gonna need 16 gears.
Yeah.
Oh,
do it like the Tamiya bullhead.
Yeah. 48 gears in a space this big. Video just said, you technically haven't made a car fly yet, just fall. That is true.
That is not incorrect. I think if I try and do it next time, I'm going to do it with a hot air balloon.
Oh, smart. Good thinking. Why stop at hot air balloon? Just use helium. Well, helium is in pretty short supply. I'll use hydrogen. because nothing bad has ever happened with filling a balloon full of hydrogen. Ever.
It's a fuel cell car, you see.
Dana was kind enough to point out that the Slash drag car hits 50 in 130 feet. The drag bolt hits 60 in a mile.
Yeah, that was basically true.
Yeah.
Now, the TRX-6s hit that speed probably pretty...
It wasn't far
not
off.
too far,
It was
because
probably maybe double that, but the range was not the best on that radio.
It was the radio's range that was keeping us into those short bursts of speed.
And very, very dangerous.
Yeah. Ready, go, stop. Stop spur gear in pieces.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
then
there was not a lot of hitting the brakes.
No, you had to be real careful with the just a little brake.
Yep.
Yeah,
Video called it vampire porn.
Yes, that is what
pretty much.
That's what I called it as well.
Matt von Hindenburg.
I also have amassed quite a tub of parts here, Matt.
What's all that crap for? Oh, I know.
These are all SCX-24 parts. So I'm gonna have to do something.
I have some
with
of those.
SCX-24.
I have some of those somewhere. I have a bunch of stuff for an SCX-24 as well.
Yeah. You know what I didn't realize is that I have somehow collected like maybe 5 different sets of wheels and tires to choose from during it.
You know what I do is I build the build first and then I choose the wheels and tires.
Well, I have more future vision than you do, so I can.
In other unrelated news, I think I'm pretty much done.
You should be. You should just put it away in a box with a label.
Never look at it again.
With a label on it.
I wired it up today. I just have to install these inner fenders that I got from Shapeways, but they don't fit quite right because obviously these were made before the Ampro conversion was a thing. So I have to do some modifying.
Yeah. That will be a good kind of finishing piece.
Look at how cruddy it looks back there with all the like soot and everything that I put on there. Sooty.
Yeah. That it looks like about every header that I've seen on a VW. You know, rusty all around. Yeah. Some welds being repaired on some point and then barbecue paint on the top.
Yep. That's what you get. But man, I'm so happy with this thing. I ordered the license plates from RC Plate Shop. I got the ones that are on the actual car, the Oregon plates. 091 EZF, we think it is.
Wait, what? What did it say?
091.
Oh, okay. I was
EZF.
Yeah. I was trying to put together like what you were trying to say with that. I was like,
I don't think it means anything.
091? I didn't.
Niner.
Yeah, did I catch a niner in there?
Niner. That was his social security number, right?
No, it was how long he was in college. I don't know.
I think it was social security.
I don't remember.
Did I get a niner in there? Shippy would approve. I hope Shippy would approve.
Still need to find out if we found him. Found his
brother. I wanted to. Somebody had a good suggestion that we should start a Reddit thread of like, who did this belong to? Find them, and then they could contact me through there.
That would be interesting. I
lit up the dash for the first time today on good old Shippy.
And no smoke.
No magic smoke came out. Ooh. But I realized I didn't really pay attention to what LEDs I was putting in there. So kind of as a kind of like happy accident, the
dash is red?
Dash
And
is red, and the indicators are white.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
pretty happy.
know what a VW is lit up like, but
Doesn't matter.
I imagine it's all just that faint glow of what should be backlighting.
Yeah. Sort of yellowish.
Yeah. Yellow, is it on type?
Right.
And you also finished the stickers on this Tamiya over your left shoulder.
I sure did. And I cut down the body posts for whoever was complaining about that.
Aha.
But it's very Castrol inspired now. Oh, I think
It means go. Oh, did a light bucket fall out?
these damn light buckets fell out. This Tamiya tape that they include sucks.
Psh, refund.
Stand by. Yeah, refuned. There we go. What a great looking Yaris.
Yeah.
Like Paris.
Yep.
It turned out pretty good. I like the flat elements. I think really kind of make it look nice. But now, what to do with it?
Yes.
Apparently, you're supposed to drive them.
I have the same issue with the body that Moose Jaw completed for me.
Yes.
Because it does look fantastic for this little MFO1X.
Those MFOers are really nice.
Yeah. Yep. And but I really feel like I need to find just like the proper amount of rally-ish terrain without being too
Too
aggressive.
rally. Yeah. I think I suggested like a mountain bike single track would be perfect.
I think around here our mountain bike single tracks can be a little aggressive.
Right.
We have a lot
you
of
don't
rock
live in the
here.
city. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yes, Alex, that is supposed to remind you of the old Toyota Celica rally cars. So I'm glad that worked.
Right.
So to Alex. Alex, would you like...
He's a rally nerd.
Would you like a rally-ish inspired Toyota Yaris in your collection?
He does drive a Yaris.
Okay.
He drives an actual Yaris. Also white.
BMX Stabby, I think a BMX track would be too much for that poor MFO1X. I remember, who was it? RC Driver. I think Greg had one of the early MFO1Xs, and he took it to a dirt track, but like an RC race dirt track, and crunched it a number of times off of some jumps.
And it's just got such like, I mean, it really
there's a lot of plastic bits on it.
There is,
really
some very stockish bumpers and things like that. Like, I just don't want to destroy them. So yeah,
we did. Yeah, that's true. Jeremy Burris mentioned that we both tried to contact the account of the brother who built the car on Instagram, but he hasn't accepted our follows yet. So
checkered past. There is a RC rally group in Cali. Yeah, I think they're in SoCal. I think they put on the event that Matt and I competed in, Proline by the Fire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This would be a good.
That would be perfect for that.
For their style. I think that would be fantastic. Actually, that's a good idea. I should plan a trip to SoCal anyway. Good 8-hour drive.
Why not?
I mean,
yeah.
There's lots of things that I should do down there, but yeah.
Alex is like, this is very tempting.
Great matter.
Then Oni said, Matt, you drive one. Oh, price just went up.
Price just went up. I'm thinking of getting Great matter of fact. I think he says I'm thinking of getting a Tamiya 1/14 semi race truck, but make it a drifter. Any motor suggestions? So, do you mean that the Tamiya semi?
Is that the Fat Fox that you have?
I have the Fat Fox. You have, yeah.
I got the Merc.
I mean,
which I haven't built.
17.5 or a 13.5 if you want to go nuts, right? But I think 17.5 is about right.
I don't know anything about drifting, so I'm not going to comment.
Throw 17.5 on there, some slick tires, and you'd be set. That I think you'd just be. The TTO2 is a terrible drift platform. I think that is no angle. Agreed, but cool looking.
Yeah, sometimes it's more about looking good.
And if you really want to try and get something competitive or like super capable, you could always drop that body on something later.
Yep.
So, because in the end, if you're looking at that platform, you're looking at it because of the body. That's why.
I agree, Robbie Bobster. You can't help but love Tamiya. Nostalgia sells. You're absolutely right.
Yes,
There's no other reason than nostalgia to buy a Sand Scorcher.
Well,
because, I mean, let's
now. Okay, but here's the thing: I'm not a very nostalgic person.
No, you don't have a nostalgic bone in your body.
I really don't. But I think that that's just a fantastic look. I don't know why. Like, we both built Beetles. I don't like Beetles. Like,
yeah, I'm not a huge fan either, really. But there's something really classic about this.
Cool and cute.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
drives like absolute shit. This one, mine.
I mean, I can't imagine this one's going to be an absolute shredder either, but not exactly my initiative with it. So I don't know. I don't really have the nostalgia thing, but I love a lot of what Tamiya does. Like, I don't have I built that. I built a lot of Tamiya this last year.
Same, because you know what?
They were available,
they're available. They're fun to put together, and there's a lot to choose from.
So many to choose from, and honestly, I don't even care what. Like, I look at them, I'm just like, ooh, I want to build that one. I don't even know what chassis is underneath of it. Don't care.
Doesn't matter. Yep, that's not why you buy these.
Nope,
that's not why you build them. You don't buy them for the performance factor. You build them to build them, make them look really great, and then drive them around a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Chongy, thank you, sir.
Larry,
your expert opinion on 7PX overkill for crawlers really depends on what you're trying to do. The 7PX has some awesome functionality if you're trying to get into some of like the mixing and especially if you're trying to kind of get into some of the competitive stuff. Then they've got some really cool features. Is it overkill for a trail rig? Yes, I would say it is.
That's why I still don't have one.
I run a 4 p.m. Or wait, yeah, that's when I run. Yes, 4 p.m.
I have 3 p.m. X, and it's still perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, is it the 4 p.m.?
I don't know. Larry, yes, I did do the wheels. I flatted them out and did a little jump to them.
What it says? The smoothie? Is that what it says on the tires?
The smoothie.
Interesting.
And on the back tires, they're the paddle track.
Oh, I thought it said platypus.
The only words that really matter on here are in memory of my brother Shippy. Miss you, fucker.
Yeah, that's so either way, we both built Beetles. Mine is more orange. I win.
Mine is definitely not orange at all. My orange truck collection is still just one. Well, this is bronze copper.
That's pretty orange. Some of the things you call orange and not orange are questionable.
Oh shoot, the Bronco. I have 3 orange adjacent vehicles.
The Bronco?
Yeah, the 2021. Cyber orange.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That is a yellow vehicle.
Say what you will. It's as orange as they come.
So, yeah.
You would know you don't have one.
I've seen one in person. Thank you. That is the color they have at RC Country.
Yep.
But yes.
Are those available? Can you buy those?
I don't know that yet.
They have like the display one.
Yeah,
where you're allowed.
that's why they have it there. But I'm not sure. They got to be around the corner basically. So if they're not already out.
Ian Turbot said, "Blue Boy is judging colors now."
I'm only blue on Matt's channel. That is where the issue with color happens. Is where you're watching, Ian.
The better channel.
Right. So yeah.
Crazy Ike, this is sick, guy. You are very talented. Oh, thanks very much. I think he's talking about the scorcher.
Yes, most likely. Musha says we got a demo to show and should have them this week. So there you go.
Cool. When drag cars are in stock now, though, right? You can buy those.
I do believe that I've seen the drag cars in stock. So yeah, released after, available before. What a
speaking
crazy
of
world.
My Lozy drag car. I didn't get. I guess I wasn't quick enough on the draw, even though I did pre-order on the earliest day possible. Mine's not going to be available until like June 21st, but I'm keen to get them up against each other, just to see how.
Moose Jaw is one of the Lozy cars available in the store.
Right now. If you do, I should check down my local store too.
Let me know on that one.
Just to stick it to me, eh, Josh? just gotta do that, don't you? Thanks for hanging out, Alex. Appreciate you moderating.
He says he's back already. Well, he's back over here at least.
He was popping over to your channel just to get even.
Trying to get everything done.
Travis, can't buy the Bronco yet. I've been waiting.
Oh, Musha says there's one in stock at the store. They'll hold for me. I can pick it up tomorrow. Perfect.
Oh God! No. Well, you're gonna get the crappy red one though. I'm waiting.
Oh no, they have the blue one. That's what he said. Only the blue one. In case I wanted the red, that he said actually the blue one is the one that's available.
Nick LaRusso says, Matt, the drag cars are not that scale. Well, okay, that's fine. But I think that I should be able to.
What is that stance?
I should be able to dabble in. Like, is he saying that because it's this? Where's this sign?
There you go.
Scale Builders Guild.
Coordination Builders Guild.
Lack of coordination. That I'm not allowed to have them? That's a good question, actually.
Or is it just a general criticism of their proportions?
Bodies are thick. Well, yeah, you're right. The bodies are definitely out of proportion in some cases, especially
in almost
from
anything
J
though that
Concepts. Yeah, especially from J Concepts. A lot of the things aren't in proportion, and they say it's 10th scale. None of them are 10th scale, not even by a long shot. The Lozy, the closest numbers I could come up with in terms of the overall length of the actual Camaro body, it's closest to 8th scale.
Right.
But in terms of its width, it's 6th scale. So, I mean, there's always going to be compromises, and it's not necessarily, to me, I'm not into drag racing because it's super scale accurate. It's not anywhere close.
No, it's
in
fun.
Any way. It's fun. Sometimes Scale Builders Guild can mean scale RC. And did I build that one drag car? Yes, I did. So that counts as building. But it's, I can go, like, that's the great thing. I can go from this to something as ridiculous as one of these drag cars and still have fun. And I think that should be the main point of the hobby. I do like the
box truck,
whatever.
Silly.
If you want to do really silly stuff, you can do that. But at the base of it, it's still just a hobby that I'm really enjoying. And if I, branch out and do some other stuff, it's still RC related. I'm still building it. Still technically scale in that regard. So
BT,
I'm not being
being
defensive or anything.
Good evening to yourself as well.
Hey, BT, cheers. Thank you for the $10. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated as always.
Wes just
It
said I
is,
built a dual rider, right? Like this thing
you
doesn't.
know,
This
in
is
the
not
end,
any.
in
This
the
doesn't mean
end,
anything.
we all just want to, we're just trying to have
I
some
just
fun,
fun, man.
it now, the title was referring, my title for this
What was your
week,
title?
Burned Out or Burnouts. Um, so, honestly, getting the news done on Monday, I couldn't get myself to do it. I just,
Now, is that like, are you feeling burnt out? Like, are you
I,
feeling like
I think I had a
RC sucks, or
ooh, no, whoa, like, uh, but I honestly, I had just with work currently, it's just, I mean,
yeah,
it has
you're
been crazy for months, really. Um, and then it got like ratcheted up a notch in like the last month or so as I kind of
yes,
transitioned into a different area of an area that I had just the absolute
faintest of
faintest
understandings.
of knowledge of. So like
Yeah,
it was, so my amount of like workload of trying to research on my own time, learn, trying to get so that I'm comfortable and not stuffing super expensive machines, like that type of thing.
you don't want to
Try,
break stuff.
right, trying to keep up
Here's
with content.
here's the
Just
thing, and I think I can sum it up for you. The thing that you do every day, where you go and work,
mhm,
right? That place pays the bills.
right.
At the end of the day, all of this is still a hobby.
It is, and it's
It's a great hobby, and by proxy, being on YouTube, and there's some monetization there, and there's stuff
absolutely,
that pays for the fact that we get to do this, right? Like all the
yeah. It
money
it makes doing this
goes into
easier because you don't have to spend
it's easier.
as much of your personal money. You still end
Still
up
do.
spending personal money.
God,
Like it
it's,
doesn't. It in the end, this is not a fully
this is not a
self-sustaining.
positive. This is not a
No,
positive cash flow situation.
no. It is. It would be
The
great.
people want to know how we make money. The
Yeah,
answer: we don't.
yeah. It's yep. Guess
Yeah.
what? Nope, still don't.
No.
Now,
But
in the end, you do.
that's the thing. You have to focus on the things that are going to pay the bills. And the same thing happened to me back in like March. I think in March I put out 2 videos. One of them was 30 seconds long, and the rest were all lives. And that's fine. But it's because I was so slammed at work.
Right.
And sometimes they're like, as much as I want to be in the hobby room and I want to sit down and I want to build and I want to create and I want to do something tangible, at the end of the day, there just sometimes aren't enough hours in the day, and something has to give. And it's not going to be my relationship with my wife. It's not going to be my real job. And it certainly isn't going to be my friends. So, you know,
Mine is generally sleep. That is
right?
generally
Sleep. That's
what
the other.
I that is generally
Right.
what I decide to sacrifice. And it
Yeah.
is in general a poor idea. And I think that was a little bit
Everybody
of what
else
I
suffers.
needed on Monday. Um, I was just I think I had just run myself
Yeah,
a
you were
little
done.
too ragged. And
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Like the scale news. I usually come home from work on a Monday. Granted, this week we had off, which also just kind of like snowballed it. Like Nicole was
Yep.
the one who reminded me. She's like, "Oh, you have to do,"
Don't
because I was
forget,
gonna
you got
go.
to do that thing.
I went out and did something, and then she was like, "Uh, oh, I was going to Harbor Freight, which like 30 minutes from here, whatever." And all that, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and then you got to do the news, and I was just like, "It's Monday."
Yeah.
I forgot because it
Right.
was a long weekend, and I had just been going, and then I had a barbecue on Monday night to go to, and I was just like, "Oh crap!" So I didn't get home from that until like 7-ish, and I was
Hmm.
just like, because normally I would get home from work probably around 5:30 or 6. I usually try and get to work. I usually leave the house by 8-ish. Not exactly there at the super early. Not an early person, but I usually get home around say 6.
I probably wake up Josh with most of my messages. In
Oh,
fact, I'm his general alarm clock. I'm
So
3 hours ahead.
yeah, and it's just so by the time I get home, by the time I usually start filming, or I'll have I have a checklist of things that I research. So I go through like 52 tabs. I do right click, open all on my news bookmark folder, and it opens up every bookmark I have, and my RAM and my computer just cries. And then I go through, see if there's anything new. Close the tab, close the tab, close the tab as I go through. By the time I'm actually filming,
generally the first tab that he opens is J Concepts.
it's like the 4th one, I think.
Oh,
Technically,
you're dropping. I think you're dropping.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th tab is J Concepts. So
No wonder you're dropping so many frames. Close some of those tabs, dude.
I just checked the folder.
Yeah. The bottom line is though that you've got to make time for you sometimes, and if it means not putting out a video on time, then it means not putting out a video on time. And it's not you're not going to people aren't going to stop subscribing or stop watching. News is one of the best things you do.
Yeah, I mean it is, and it is a huge part of it. But yeah, it's like doing a video like that. It takes. I usually finish up by 12:30 or 1 in the morning on Mondays. That's generally by the time
it's a long day.
Filmed, edited, the caption or the description, thumbnail, all that. You're like, what, 5-6 hours into those things?
Yeah.
For
I made a promise to myself when I started taking this a little more seriously that I was never going to let it get in the way of real life. Like in terms of like the YouTube channel.
What is real life? Because I play with cars every
commitments.
day.
No, I know you do, but like commitments. Yeah. Like for me, I don't work in the industry. So my commitments are to my clients and to the place that pays my salary.
Right.
And my wife and my dog and, family. So
I am terrible at setting boundaries. And
which is why Josh barely has a wife and no friends.
This is why it took 2 tries. Because
and we're going to end this one early just to make sure that Josh
birthday.
does get to spend a little birthday time with
no
her.
boundaries.
There you go. Brian Harrison, thanks for the $5. Fixed wing aircraft always got my adrenaline up higher than any surface RC has. How do drag cars compare to something like a hotliner? Wrong person to ask. I don't have any planes. The closest thing I've got is Real Flight 8 or whatever it is.
I know what he's talking about. And FPV fixed wing planes, they're fantastic at that. I don't make an effort. Like, it's hard for me to go decide I'm going to go to a place to fly them. And another thing is like in California, I'm freaking terrified of crashing a plane and starting a fire.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm sure it's and because I'm such a noob at flight, that is honestly a terrifying situation to me to think of. The fires out here are absolutely no joke, and they're devastating, and they happen all over the place in places you wouldn't even necessarily think about it.
Well, it's like those people that started one of the fires for a gender reveal party. Wouldn't you hate to be the guy that was like, idiot flies RC plane and burns down forest?
Oh, no, burns down forest or burns down hundreds of homes.
Right.
I mean, that's the type.
That's for real. That's for real.
And
that's not something, or I have a drone, which has never been flown outside of this workshop because I have an airport over there and I have another airport over there. So there's this little tiny window in which I could fly, and it's just not worth it. for me to get in any kind of trouble.
Yeah. So I really enjoy the fixed wing FPV stuff. I've got good gear. I just
I
need
would
to
love
go
to do it. I just
do it.
don't. Yeah.
But at the same thing, for doing anything side by side with your friends, as far as like racing side by side or doing that stuff is hard to beat for me.
Absolutely. That's why I love like events like Axial Fest or K&K or
I can't imagine a better
Pro
like
Line by the Fire. It's
some
so
of the best
great.
times I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, 100%. Like with friends, she's giving you the evil eye, isn't she? She's like, "It's my birthday. I'm going to have some fun now."
She's waving an empty bottle of wine at me.
Oh, it's going to be that kind of night. All right.
So, Gunnar,
don't
thank
order
you, sir.
any bearing kits tomorrow, people.
Gunnar, thank you. He says you definitely looked ragged on Monday, right?
Did you looked a little rough, and I know when Josh is he's kind of had enough when he doesn't return messages for hours on end, and then I have to like type out another message, and he's like, "Oh yeah, all those ones."
Yeah, which is like
I don't take it personally. I know the deal.
Oh, yeah, and it's either that or it's just like I just for somebody who is as addicted to their phone as I am, like I oftentimes just do not see messages and things like that until I'm just like finally back to it. I'm just like, and then I'm looking at all of the messages I missed and I'm like, I'll respond to Matt. Matt and my mods chat. I enjoy my mods chat. So.
The DK says, I want to do an RC related thing on YouTube, but no one will watch. I don't know anyone. Well,
that's how it all starts.
Story. That's how it all starts, man.
Oh, and you do it for years, just talking to yourself.
Yeah. I did it for years and years and years. I didn't even go on camera for the longest time because I didn't either.
It was just my hands. It was just over. It was either like just over my shoulder, like just hands. And I remember the first video where I actually did like face to camera. And it was when I started my Matzilla Ultra 4 build, which would have been like January of 2015, something like that. January 2014 or January 2015. I can't remember. Somewhere. Oh, yeah. I remember because I just built my new extra studio outside of my workshop, which is where I had been doing videos. Built that new room that was dedicated for filming. And then I was just like, and I was even going to do that one the same way. And then I was like, I'm going to do this.
I'm going to try looking down this way.
This thing.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
What was I going to say here? Yeah, Moose just said, message Josh, ... Wait and get other stuff done.
Yeah. It's
exactly.
You know, the one thing is that in the end, I truly love this stuff. Work
me too.
gets in the way because it's work. And like when I'm at work, I'm not like playing with a Tamiya car. Like it's not. I'm not even playing with a Vanquish car. I'm dealing with programming and employee and pricing analysis for adjustments and raw material shortages, and like it's nothing that has to do with it. So it really doesn't take away from like the love of this for me at all. Like not in the slightest.
Like same with me. My job has nothing to do with this whatsoever. So this is a complete release.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And it's, you didn't have to pay extra for that. Messed up joke, but so yeah, it's just but it you get burned out at times, even if for me it was a day. I just needed to get some freaking sleep. Like
I hear you.
Yep. I went to bed at like 8:30.
Oh, and that's a dream come true.
I was still tired when I woke up, but better than I had been.
Yeah, good for you.
So yes, but anyway, It is my wife's birthday.
Maybe we should end that. Yeah, let's go let Josh enjoy.
Before we go, Perry G, thank you, sir. Totally get it. I'm at my second job site still after my 2 guys stopped showing up a couple of weeks ago. I get to work until dark. Yay. I know what you mean.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
People don't like working anymore.
No, really. Yeah, I can tell you all kinds of stories.
I love working.
I do too. That's my problem.
Yeah.
But I turn everything into it. And then like I said, I have a very hard time setting boundaries. So,
all right, let's thank some people and then we'll wrap it up.
Let's do exactly that. You go first.
All right. Cody Oscar David, Nicole Feedy, Gunnar Nissen, Rant Bauer Sox, Quack RC, Robbie Bobster, RC Dave Charged Up, Gunnar Nissen again, BT, and Brian Harrison. Thank you, everybody. Very kind.
Thank you to Jay Burris, Scott O'Blander, Brian Sherwood, Chongy RC, Gunnar Nissen, Eric Baker, Perry G, Quack RC, Grey Matter Fab, Chongy, BT, Gunnar again, and Perry G again. Thanks again.
Happy birthday, Nicole.
Happy birthday to my wife. I will go tell her as well. I will
have a great week.
Forward all of your messages to her. Actually,
what are you building on Friday?
Well, I had forgot to order anything. However, I met Gunnar on Monday when he gave me the death jerky. And he gave me a very stuffed box of an SMT-10 with a ton of goodies to turn into a mega truck.
Nice. That'll be fun.
So there we go. We will see you guys on Friday for that.
I'll be around again on Tuesday doing something, and then we'll see you again on Wednesday. Rift video tomorrow. I'll post it up sometime. Enjoy.
I do need to start filming my TRX4 video. Maybe I'll do that later tonight after Nicole goes to bed.
You mean after she passes out from all that wine she drank? Have some more wine.
Turkey sandwich?
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you to RC Patina guy as well. Josh, don't worry about my Alpine. Yeah. Dude, you're way too good. Got your electronics too. See? Those came in one of the A-main boxes. All right,
cheers, guys. Take care.